we are. Um, I'm hoping that looks halfway decent. There. Um, I'm gonna real quick check this. That's not what I'm looking for. Hey, there we are. Okay, so I'm just gonna put in the thing, reading my code book live ready up. Okay, yeah. There we are. I honestly don't know what more I could add. Alright, let's get into this. Chapter 1, Python Basics. The Python programming language has a wide range of synthetical constructions, standard library functions, and interactive developments, environment features. Fortunately, you can ignore most of that. You just need to learn enough to write some handy little programs. You will, however, have to learn some basic programming concepts before you can do anything. Like a wizard in training, you might think these concepts seem arcane and tedious. But with some knowledge and practice, you'll be able to command your computer like a magic wand and perform incredible feats. Okay, so far this book is seeming very fun. This chapter has a few examples that encourage you to type into the interactive shell, also called the REPL, Read, Evaluate, Print Loop, which lets you run or execute Python instructions one at a time and instantly show, hey Connor, how are you? Where was I? Oh, hi Savannah. Using the interactive shell is great for learning what basic Python instructions do, so give it a try as you follow along. You'll remember the things you do much better than the things you only read. Oh, wow, okay, a lot of people showed up. Hi, everyone. Just so y'all know, this is probably going to be a boring stream. We just going over some of the Python basics. Sure thing, Savannah, cheers. Actually, how do I do that? Entering expressions into the interactive shell. Actually, I need my notebook. Hey, D-Manix. Oh, I actually did get that right. That was a complete guess in the dark. It was either D-Manix or it was a different way of saying it, and I figured I'd go with the one that made more sense. Well, I'll go ahead and apologize. What I'm going over is probably going to be boring. I'm doing this so if anybody ever needed to see this book, they can see it for free instead of paying the hundreds of dollars for it. Alright, you can run the interactive shell by launching the MU editor which you should have downloaded when going through the setup instructions in the preface. Oh, that's okay. I know exactly where that is. Schedule, syllabus. There it is. Anaconda. I gotta put this thing down. Actually, is there a way? Oh yeah, if y'all ever wanted to get into coding y'all yourselves, I will suggest this right here, Anaconda. Actually, pretty freaking good. Apparently, there's like 5 different parts to it, which because of that, you can easily just do a simple download of it, and then through that, you'll have access to Java, Python, C++, I believe, and also Spider. I got introduced to it today. Alright, yeah, I'll get that in a second. On Windows, open the Start menu, type MU, and open the MU app. On Mac OS, open your application folder and double click MU. Click the New button and save an empty file as blank.py. You run this blank file by clicking the Run button or pressing F5. It will open the interactive shell, which will open as a new pane that opens at the bottom of the MU editor's window. You should see of course, the 3 forward prompt in the interactive shell. Enter 2 plus 2 in the prompt to have Python do the simple math. The MU window should now look like this. Oh, hold on. I'm hoping y'all can actually see. First time me kind of live streaming off of this. And this is why I have a laptop. I'm not used to the big desktop yet. Which unfortunately the phone's not able to see both in the camera shot. Alright, so in Python, 2 plus 2 is called an expression, which is the most basic kind of programming instruction in the language. Expressions consist of values, such as 2. It's really an integer in this case. And operators, such as plus. And they can always equivalate, that is, reduced, down to a single value. That means you can use expressions anywhere in Python code that you could also use as a value. In the previous example, 2 plus 2 is equivalent. Oh, geez, I can't talk today. Down to a single value, 4. A single value with no operators is also considered an expression. The equivalates only to itself as shown here. Yeah, as soon as you tap into it, it's just going to put itself right back out. Of course, errors are okay. The main thing you're ever going to see in coding. Programs will crash. If they contain code the computer can't understand, which will cause Python to show an error message. An error message won't break your computer, though, so don't be afraid to make mistakes. A crash just means the program stopped running unexpectedly. If you want to know more about an error, you can search for the exact error message, text only, for more information. Hey everyone. Sorry if y'all. This is just gonna be a boring one instead of a cool live stream. This is just going over basics of Python. Oh yeah, different operators. That being the exponents that always get mixed up for multiplying, because we'll just add one more, and then the integers. So basically, it's the how many of that can go into this without going over, and then this one's going to do the remainder of it. Oh, and they have what's it called? PEDMOS? PEDMOS? Yeah, that definitely makes sense. Okay, so this just follows actual math. So your multiplying first is going to be the first thing, but the integers first, multiply, divide, then your remainder, then percentage. Hey everyone, how y'all? Actually, is there a way for me to... Uh-oh. I'm probably about to mess something up. Oh, well. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hey, there we are. I'm back. Oh. Okay, I should probably quit messing with this. How do I turn off? There we are. Okay, there we are. I hopefully just fixed my mistake. I accidentally just turned on green screen. Trying to figure this is my first time doing a live on this. How do you... What is this? Okay, that's all messages, so it's not filtering anything. Yay. The order operation is also called precedence of Python math operators is similar to that of mathematics. The integer operator is equivalated first. Alright. Okay. This is about to get changed. Ooh, wait. Hey, here we are. Oh wow, I'm actually able to see the so-called top fans. That's actually pretty cool. So Candace Stewart is number one. Connor Tam is third. Raymore Arios is fourth. And then the Mannix is second. That's actually really cool. Okay, is there a way to... How do I edit stuff? Not green screen. I'll apologize if this looks bad. Wait. If I go here, okay, so yeah, how far behind is it? Okay, gotta mute that real quick. Okay, this is going to be... bum, bum. Q&A. College work. Stop by. Bum, 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 da, da. Adobe. Bum, 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 bum. Uh, what is it called? Express? Yeah. Hey everyone. Sorry, I'm currently looking at downloading something real quick, and once I have it downloaded, we'll be all good. Why is my computer black screened? That's not what I want. This course will learn how to use distributions and different versions depending on the operating system and the kind of computer you use. I decided for this semester to work with Anaconda instead. Anaconda is a distribution platform for Python 3, and the advantage that Anaconda provides is that from whatever other write and run your codes in your app, as I said, hey everyone, sorry. I'm here. I'm trying to get something downloaded to show the stream because going to try to do a little bit of coding. But if y'all have anything y'all want to ask or talk about, just leave me a chat. I'll get to it. Free download. Here we go. Huh. That ain't good. Oh, there we are. Just seen on my phone. How everybody doing on that? Hopefully good. Hopefully you ain't dealing with anything stressful. I know school's just starting back. That's always the worst. Sure. There we are, finally. Alright, now back to the reading. In each case, you, as the programmer, must enter the expression, but Python does the hard part of the evaluation down to a single value. Showing how it does its blockchain. Actually, I'm gonna do that. Is there a way for me to add? Is there a way to make it follow my head? There we go. There we go. It takes a huge portion of the screen. So, hope everyone had a good night. That takes a huge portion of the screen. Okay, this is my first time live streaming off of here. Alright, got my download almost finished. Come on, finish up the download. Then I'll have the Anaconda ready. Oh, you gotta verify. You're gonna take forever. Okay, while I have that verifying, that's gonna leave us just reading this. Boom, 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 boom. Oh yeah, I was making something. Oh, that is right. Sup, everyone? How y'all? How y'all doing tonight? I'm answering all questions tonight. Oh, Daniel Spencer died, unfortunately. She was only 60. Jesus. And Augusta's getting wild. 2 people. Apparently hurt a 14-year-old. That ain't never a good sign. Just me. There we are. Sorry, everyone. Installing the whatchamacallit, Python 3. So once it gets put in, I can start showing the codes that it's talking about, which will be good. I'm also currently working on a thumbnail for said live stream. Being busy, and I'm also keeping an eye on the chat here. If y'all drop in, say hello. I'll see your chat. We got 2 people in here. Welcome. Yes. Okay, so what we thinking for a good thumbnail? Because I don't do thumbnails. Hey Thad, how you? Super Dragon Goal. How you? Hopefully you doing okay, man. I mean, I ain't seen you in a while, and this is my first time streaming off of YouTube. Bum, bum, bum. Dun, dun, dun. That's finishing up. Doing a Q&A basically tonight. Basically any question that gets asked. going to be getting answered, hopefully. There was like 15 people in here at one point while I began reading, so this was pretty funny. Alright, do that. Um, Good. Are you going to talk about YouTube AI age verification? Is going to happen tomorrow. I'm still looking into that because it's kind of confusing how they're using AI to age verify. However, there's worse options that they can do, specifically with how TikTok does it. TikTok makes you turn in a passport or a ID, and believe it or not, even if you do turn it in, you can still be told you're not old enough, which is currently the boat that I'm in. They have my ID on file. Um, they have the front and back of my ID with absolutely no censorship on it. So, good night. Alright, but yeah, with the YouTube AI age verification, it's kind of a weird thing. I can see the good and bad to it. Good of, hey, kids be off the site, they don't see harmful stuff. Bad because you're basically constantly watching everything and your AI system is not going to be programmed correctly because it takes a while to dial that in. It's a lot with the what you call it. I know a lot of people are going to talk about how AI uses a lot of electricity too to run. Even though if you go back to the 60s, 70s, very first computers actually when they would turn them on, the lights would dim within a city, which really weird. Okay, sorry, I'm got so many things going at once. That one's getting turned off. This one needs. Yeah, that's what YouTube's going to do. Like, we have to give them our privacy information to YouTube, so the AI will that are we will under. Oh, to see if we're under 18 or over 18. I got you. I'm not a fan of it due to my own separate idea of you already have YouTube Kids, so why is it that we have to uh, give up even more of what we want? You know, because don't get me wrong, I know YouTube Kids isn't something that 13-year-olds gonna want to be on, but at the same time, there's just better stuff to be doing instead. Which I will say, I don't know what y'all can see on y'all's screen. I'm way. I know you use YouTube a lot, uh, Dragon. So I don't know if like you can tell me what it is that like you see on your side, but on my screen I don't know if like any notifications I get. YouTube can't do it in the U.S. Look up Declaration of Human Rights Article 12. Declaration. If I could spell, it would be amazing. Human 12. Article 12, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights states that no one shall be subjected to arbitrary. Can't say that word. Hold on one second. Arbitrary interference with their privacy, family, home, or correspondence, nor to attack upon their honor and reputation. I can see how that's being used to basically say you can't do that. It's against the privacy of me. So I can see that. I just don't know how they're going to do it. Like, is the AI just going to look at your face and go like, "Oh, you don't look old enough"? Because there's a lot of people with baby faces. So if it's going to basically try and uh, basically racially profile kids, it's going to fail miserably. It's just going to be funny, the backlash of all this. Which honestly, it's not even like the worst thing that I've seen this week. Because Roblox, they've done the worst. Um, there we are. I will say, I think once we get, forgot to mention, either we have to give YouTube our ID or do a face scan. The face scan is going to be a issue because of some people, like I said, babyface. I mean, you're basically one of them. I've looked 30 for since I was like 15. I've always had the beard. We both know this. Um, so a lot of people are going to get screwed over that way. Giving them our credit cards, I will not say is okay because they're probably going to do some charges that way. And giving them the ID honestly might be what I end up doing because it's a lot simpler than anything else. Um, hold on one second. But yeah, I already gave my ID to TikTok, which they screwed me. So really, it's nothing out of the ordinary. View channel and then go to live, edit. Nope, I'm in the wrong place. Also, Facebook, Instagram, Discord, and Spotify is going to do AI. Discord can't. Discord can't iterate it because if they try to, it would end up failing, and that is 100% belief by me. Like, not even going to even try tiptoeing. The thing with Instagram might be able to get away with it. I can see them trying to do it. Um, Trying to think of what else. Spotify, I don't see how they would do that because music is music and everybody listens to everything. And I think Facebook already kind of had a thing to where you had to verify your age to get verified, but then they turned it into you have to pay to verify. It became a whole thing. But no, I don't think Discord could really get away with it because if they tried to do that, it would not only destroy their reputation of them now overstepping, but also what a lot of people use Discord for would then have to be questioned. Um, and it's just like Roblox. Like if Roblox started doing age verification, things would get out of hand. Whereas they're now suing people, so Alright. There we are. Okay. Finally got that done. Okay. Thumbnail. Receives. We're good. Give me 1 second. The worst part is if we don't give Spotify our ID, etc., they give us 90 days to do it. Once 90 days is up, they'll delete the Spotify accounts. That one I feel like is going to basically either A, end their app, or they're going to end up backlining from it. I don't see that one lasting for a while. Especially because 90 days, you're only given 3 months. And I doubt a lot of people are going to do it. Don't worry about breaking the computer. The worst that could happen is that Python responds with error message. Professional software developers get error messages while writing code all the time. Oh yeah, I always forget that Python code is the easier. If you do C++, it just breaks everything. Oh yeah, I should. At some point, I'll end up turning the camera around once I start showing. Just having to get. Oh yeah, I should probably show this. Oh well, I can't really move this out. Well, I could shrink it. Hold on. There we are. This is what I'm installing, Anaconda 3. And with this, I'll then be able to show how stuff like this works, this code. Where, like, 5 plus, it's just going to say that because that's an operator and that's an integer, but there's not another integer to make it a string. But here, you got that, plus that, plus that. But here, you put 2 operators together, and so it breaks. So you can't plus multiply 2. So you'd have to put 2 here, and then the multiplier, then 2. It's one of them weird things. What am I doing? I'm currently reading chapter 1 of my book and hoping to do the quiz tonight. I was actually in the middle of reading it, and like 15 people stopped by, and then it was like, oh, he's just reading word for word what the book is. It's just boring. I'm actually installing a interactive shell, Anaconda 3, which allows me to do the Python coding, and once I get that, I can start showing what exactly is this thing talking about, because it's kind of strange. Like, one sec. So, handy notebook. I don't know if it will show up, but like right there, like year equals the input, that's what it'll say, and it'll have a blanking right there for you to put in. Now this one's actually wrong, right? So the right version is this right here, where you would do the 2025 minus integer year, because you have to change the year where you're putting the value at. You actually have to make an integer afterwards. You can't keep it as just a value, right? Another way you can do it is int the parentheses, input parentheses, quotations, which year you born, right? That's why I was hoping I already had a VS Code or something already done. but I don't, unfortunately. So yeah, this is what I'm going to school for. It's why if you did you see my last video, Thad, on my shorts? Not my last one, my second last one. About subnetting. Yeah, okay, so subnetting was, I did a video basically explaining what it was, which is basically just a network in a network, basically, which allows you to make it more manageable and all. Um, the way that I can describe it is, Russian dolls, the masquerade dolls. It's basically that, in my mind. Um, the reason it's called subnetting is, what's the full? Subnetting is actually a synonym. Hold on. It's gonna bother me. Because I'm downloading so on the computer's slow. Yeah, subnetwork. That's it. The net part in it is network. It's a logical subdivision of an IP network. So basically, you take an IP address, you divide it into a bunch of different parts, and yeah, it's real fun. It makes it where things can connect and talk a lot quicker than if you were to just not have it. It's the best way for me to put it. It also allows for a lot more security. Somebody can't just like walk in and like intercept what you're saying. Plus, you can do different networks on it, like WAM and stuff like that. The integer, floating point, data string, data types. Oh, we're into the different types. Yeah, okay, so this is what I was talking about. So, I was talking about the integers, right? Which are basically just your numbers. The strings are going to be the different, like, words. And then your floating points is going to be basically anything with a decimal. And the reason why, like, if you were to enter something into a, like, let's say it says input parentheses, when were you born? And I would fail so miserably. I'd be like, how to do this? Well, that's me now. That's why I'm live streaming it, to keep myself interested in it. Because all it takes is one person going, ooh, this is interesting, and it's going to keep me up. But yeah, if you say, how old were you? And they put in like 1990, that's actually a string. It's not a integer. Even though it's numbers, it's not integer yet. You have to actually specify by saying integer and then saying year, which would then have been the variable. It's a whole thing. And this thing is still trying to install. Let me see. Python programs can also have text values called strings or strings. Pronounce stirs. Always surround your strings in single quote characters, as in hello or goodbye cruel world. Yeah, I've definitely made a couple computers say goodbye cruel world. So Python knows where the string begins and ends. You can even have a string with no characters in it, called a blank string or an empty string. Strings are explained in greater detail in Chapter 4. Can't wait. Oh, also, one of the first things you ever learn is how to make something say hello world. And the way you can do this is just by saying print, parentheses, quotation marks, I think's the what I'm thinking of, the operator. you say quotation marks and then you just say hello world. Honestly, I remember it took me so long how to use a computer in school. Luckily, I was decent with computers, but knowing everything I know now, I wish I didn't go this route. String con. I can't pronounce these words. Concatenation and replication. The meaning of an operator may change based on the data type of the values next to it. For example, plus is the addition operator when it operates on two integers on or floating point values. However, when plus is used on two string values, it joins the strings as the string concatenation operator. Entering the follow interactive shell. Yeah, so here's another little cool thing that can be done. You can, instead of adding, numbers together, you can actually add the words. This is basically how we can get things to um, print themselves. Um, the funny thing though is you cannot do uh, a value and a integer, or what is it called? Yeah, a string value and an integer. The expression evaluates down to a single new string value that combines the text of the two strings. However, if you try to use the plus operator on a string and an integer value, Python will not know how to handle this, and it will display an error message. So yeah, you have to change the if you want to put a integer in, you have to change it instead to a string, which I find pretty funny. However, you can do the multiple, which is pretty funny too, if you do it right. The multiply operator multiplies two integers or floating point values, but when the multiply operator is used on one string value and one integer value, it becomes the string replication operator. So it basically changes what the operation is. So let me turn this around. So the Alice times 5, instead of it being like 5 Alice, it's instead just Alice. It's just as me, and there's no space in between them either. So yeah, that's basically how that works. Hold on, something is messed up with this installation. Why are you not working? I love it when they tell you, hey, go get this new thing, and the new thing does not work. And they make you do it, because if you don't get it, you fail the class. Doesn't help that the website is not wanting to work. Why aren't you responding? Great. now it's just restarted in a completely new file. Perfect. Alright. I cannot turn my camera around, and I'm probably not about to look at chat for a couple seconds because I'm going to try to do my quiz real quick. However, once I finish the quiz, it shouldn't take long. Any questions in the chat, I will get to. It's just one of them in case of there being any outside help, you know. Ooh, 5 questions. Python is an expression consisting of consists of values and operators and can always equivalent down to a single value. Wait, are all these true and false? No, okay. I was about to say. Was the resort decode is example. It's the word that I can't pronounce. A data type is a category for values, and every value belongs to exactly one data type. No. Oh, I missed one. Which one did I miss? Did it not tell me? Which one did I miss? Okay. Hold on, I'm about to redo that one because I refuse to take anything less than 100. And I get multiple tries. Wait, it's... Wait a second. Made 100. Woo! Okay, Anaconda. Oh yeah, sorry everyone. Couple things have just happened. We passed the quiz. We made 100. Hold on one second. I'm trying to get a something called Anaconda to work. Once Anaconda works, then I can show code. Cody McCode face. I always choose the best names for folders. Cody McCodeface. Okay. Woo! We're moving. Finally. Okay. So after this, what's probably going to happen is I'm going to, just for tonight, probably going to go from the college stuff to, honestly, TF2, because I have this set up. I'm not able to stream off of my computer. I don't know why. So, probably going to do a little bit of TF2 gaming tonight. Probably just for tonight, though. Another fun little thing. if I can ever figure out how to get my Twitch to work off of here, or the computer, I mean, it would be amazing. Which I don't know if, like, when I close out my phone, what happens. I should probably figure out what happens. Which, that just reminded me. Alright. Thad, are you still there? Dragon Go, are you still there? Dragon Go, are you still there? Mr. 19, Mr. Flying High. Super Dragon Go, are you still there? Please tell me now. Okay, let me see. Oh, no, whoops. I will say, it is kind of strange that I'm not allowed to type in my own thing. I don't know if you, I don't actually know if you're there or not. It's still showing 0. I've been live for an hour. Whoops. Alright. Super Dragon Go, are you there? I'm hoping you are, man, because I just made you moderator. That quiz is not due, so we'll get into that soon. Oh wait, I do gotta text a buddy and tell him the good news about that class. I gotta figure out why this is running slow. Give me 1 second. In case anybody ever wonders what it is I'm drinking, Vernors. For some reason, the best ginger ale. And unfortunately, it's from the north. Really good, though. If anybody is, like, from Michigan, Vernors, some of the best. I don't know what it is, but, like, it has that burn, great flavor. So, can't speak any better about this. I will say 140 calories in it. Sugar's not bad though. Only 38 grams. But you ever up north, get you one of these. It's a religious experience at that point. Hold on 1 second. The entirety of my computer is now broken. Okay, but yeah, that's one of the things. Verner's is really good for some reason. I don't understand why, but it's just like my favorite at this point. Another good soda that I don't understand why I like is a lot of people talk a lot of awfulness about like Pepsi Max. It's a great soda. And it's unfortunately why I lost like 40 pounds, which is an entirely different story. Alright. Why is this all broke? Hey everyone, if y'all are new to the stream, I'm currently trying to download something for us to work on code. Probably about to do a little bit TF2 once everything gets situated and I'm not just looking at the screen. Actually, I'm about to get that up and running. Personal drive. Uh-oh. Okay, this, hey, got 2 likes. Thank you everybody that liked. Honestly, if y'all want to share around, be greatly appreciated. Currently trying to get this to actually work, which is a hassle. Which honestly, I got a question now for all that are watching, just because I want to know, just like the content that my channel should make, cause I just do it, you know, love of the game. I still don't understand algorithms. Part of me is wondering if I should do a live stream while on the way to school. And the reason why is I am there for 2 hours in a truck by myself. And I don't know if anybody would be interested in watching that. But if y'all are, I would gladly do it. Because I have a, what's it called? Kind of like a stand. Hold on. I have this. Right? So, what's in it has it like, well, so it's got these little different parts, right? So I could set this up in the truck and like live stream while driving and not worry about touching my phone. But I only want to do it if people watch. Although I will be like driving for like 2.5 hours. I'm gonna get, come on, computer, work for me today. Don't give up. Keep on fighting, keep on fighting. Alrighty. Oh wait, I can click that. There's now like 3 people that all are like top fans that are exactly tied at 75 XP. Candace, the Max, the Manix, Super. Connor is at 4 with 25, and Raymore is at 25 as well. fuck up. Hey, Vivid. How you? Vivid Vibes. Welcome. I don't know why that's censored, though, unless you censored yourself. Do I have a pre-censor on? I don't want to censor anybody. Hi, welcome to the stream. What am I doing? Right now, I'm waiting for a site called Anaconda 3 to download. What that is it's a basically a coding platform. With this, I'll be able to start showing some entry level Python code. You know, your welcome world, your 2 plus 2 equals 4, your uh, let's say any type of name times this number, and you just get it back to back to back. Python. It, that's what this class is about. Here I should try to load back up my book. I actually, while a couple minutes ago, I actually did the quiz, made 100 on it, which was basically like, here's the entry level to Python. What is it? What happens to this code? I read it at the very beginning of this. I've been live for hour 15 minutes, hour 12 minutes technically. It's just the computer right now is being slow because it's trying to download something that's not wanting to download. From? What do you mean from? Which country? U.S., I guess. Gonna try this real quick. It's gonna be a pain in the butt, but it'll be alright. You don't know from where you are, also? No, I do. I know exactly where I'm from. Been born and raised in one place, been stuck here. Hey, there he is, Dragon Go. I was wondering when you were coming back. Also, I made you moderator. Hope you enjoy it. You had done the same for me. You missed my tangent. I was talking about this right here. This soda, it'll give you a religious experience, I'm telling you. It's called Verner's. And it's something from the north, Michigan, actually. If you haven't had it, you need to try it. Absolutely wonderful. I'm not a big ginger ale person, but it's really good. There we are. I forget that once you turn off something, it turns just blue. Sorry, give me 1 second. Oh, there we are. That's a lot better. I forget that once you turn off or that PC does anything, it's just blue screen of death. Hurts my eyes. Hey, we're up to 3 likes. That's pretty cool. I will say I'm hoping that over the course of this semester, if this becomes a normal thing, the quality goes up. Because I'm not used to streaming on YouTube. I streamed on Twitch off a Xbox, so doing this is rather strange. All right. Hey, MD. MD explains. Hello. How are you? Having a good night? Saw the thumbnail. I was interested. Yeah. So, what I was doing at the start was the book in my thumbnail. Is actually the book that I'm doing for a college course, and I was reading the first chapter, which is the basics of Python, and I actually passed the quiz. I made 100 on the quiz because it was actually due Friday, but I figured I'd go ahead and do it. So, if you ever decide to get into coding, that's a really good book. Plus, I'm doing it off of live streams in case people can't afford the books. They can end up getting a free version of it because I can get it free through school. How am I? I'm doing actually pretty good. I'm just trying to figure out all this YouTube live stream. I'm not used to it. I've always gone live off of a Xbox and went straight into Twitch. I'm not used to this. And really, this is the first time live streaming the face of me. Normally, it's just like gameplay. But I'm also just doing like a Q&A because never done one before. I figured if anybody ever had questions, yeah, just go ahead and answer them. Especially if it's like, what's the content that I normally do or something like that. Alright. Currently trying to get Anaconda 3 to download. Once Anaconda 3 is downloaded, we can do codes in later streams. What this is probably going to turn into is probably a little bit of TF2, just because I haven't played in a while and I didn't have anything else other than the quiz planned for tonight. And honestly, I don't feel like ending the live just like abruptly just because I did the quiz. So yeah. There we are. Finally got back in. Oh yeah, you want some fun facts? Some cyber fun facts? So, the very first computer, believe it or not, was just a glorified calculator. It was the size of a, basically a entire floor, and the entire reason it was the size of a floor was because it was a eight switches, which would then feed out into a new one, feed out that one into a new one, feed out that one into a new one, and it took 3 men to build, and it took a bunch of women with doctorates in I think it was calculus who programmed it. I actually have it. In case you are wondering, this is a new notebook. Yeah, 1946 was the very first purpose programmable computer. It was originally built for artillery and it was basically a giant calculator. 3 men built, 3 women programmed, and to calibrate, they took a question, did it all by hand, then put that into the computer, and they had to find out if it got it wrong, where did it go wrong. So these women troubleshooted the very first computer, which was really cool being taught about. And with, the very first computers, there wasn't any security or anything like that. It was all like G3, which is guards, guns, you know. It was actually kind of probably the most secure a computer's ever been since. 1960s was when computers got upgraded due to a couple different things. For some reason, whenever war happens, there's always a very big expansion with computers. I don't know why that is. Because in the 60s, we had NOM and the space race. So that's when we got the computer comms with magnetic tape and disk drives. Cool fact for you. It's also when ARPA was made, which we would also get the ARPA plans that were done on June 3rd, 1968. And then 1969, we got the first 4 nodes of what would later become the internet. Which, for anybody that doesn't know, the original internet wasn't this like huge thing. It was only 4 nodes, which was through dial-up. It was University of California, Los Angeles, Stanford, University of California in Santa Barbara, and the University of Utah. And then in 1970s, the ARPA net actually ended up growing. And then in the 1977, it grew to about 40 people. And then in 1998 is when we got 40 million nodes. And for some reason, they didn't think at all during all of this, what do we do about IP addresses? Because that wasn't really a thing at the time. Which we're still currently working on it becoming a huge thing. It's also the whole reason for like the AI, it takes too much electricity. Newsflash, history is just repeating itself because this is the exact same problem we had with the first computers. It took a lot of electricity. It's really fun. Yeah. Which seems that a lot of what I'm going to be talking about on all this is just going to be like subnetting and stuff like that. Which is probably just going to be like boring to some people, but when you get down into it, it can be pretty cool. Especially if like you get told the history of stuff. I think the history of the internet is pretty cool. Because it somehow went to, hey, this thing's to help us drop artillery on people, to, hey, I use this to look at dogs. Okay, what was I doing? Oh, yeah. Oh, great. Steam's updating. Why is Steam updating? I'm not mad at it, especially because that's what I use for Team Fortress. Hey, by the way, anybody who's watching, do y'all have any good recommendations for a PC? I want to get one soon. A new one, a actual one, not a whatchamacallit, a laptop. Trying to get things to work. It's taking a long time. And for some reason, my speakers ain't working. There we are. Perfect. Alright, let's see here. Oh, my phone's at 20%. Hopefully it shall last. If not, I've been live for an hour and a half. Okay, what is this still launching? Quit. Close dock. Yes. Get out here. Restore. Here we are. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Go there. Hey, so does anybody here want to see something cool? It's only cool to me just because it's just one of them interesting things to just look at. Which actually, Dragon, you here? I'm hoping you are. I'm gonna show you something cool. Hey, perfect. So, do you know what Social Blade is? So this is Social Blade, where you can look, see all this. By the way, these are absolutely fake. I have not made a single dime from this. Although I do love seeing 420. Nice. But yeah, it's just cool seeing all the numbers here. I also find it funny how that looks. Because right now we're going that way. Soon we're going to be going right on down. Alrighty. But yeah, Social Blade is a wonderful thing. Actually, Dragon, have you looked at yours? See, that's the thing. I don't know how to use it as a sub count. A lot of people have been saying that there's a different site for sub counts. They have it on their phone. And apparently it's called sub count. Okay, you want me to show yours? Because I can show yours. You're actually doing better than me in like every single like part of it. Okay. Ooh, let me. Alright, here is yours. We're at 617 subs, so I have like 400 I need to catch up on. You have 23,000 views, almost 24, which is actually really cool. 181 videos. Wait, have I had mine longer than you? Hold on 1 second. Alright. So you made yours March 10th. I made mine December 26th. So, I've had my channel longer than you. You deleted some of it? I was about to say, because you're at 181, I'm at 264. That's been a huge thing of mine is I don't delete comments or videos. So, like, even if I say something bad, I like, okay, you can still find it. I'm not going to hide it. So, yeah, you're 4,396. I'm 4,798. We're both C minus. Oh, you did yours on March 9th. So they have a day. That's another thing. They have their stuff always a day behind. Alright. So here we're going to look here. In past 30 days, it's saying you've had 4 subscribers. Showing 0 for monthly and yearly. Get out here, Valve. Sorry about that. I don't know how you get negative views. How do you get negative views? That's confusing. Here we can see the views. I still don't, it says here you have negative 40, almost 48,000 views. Oh, you deleted videos, didn't you? That's a huge thing. If you delete videos, you lose the views. Yeah, it says here, yeah, 350 videos got deleted, so you lost 405 views. 352, you lost 47. You gained 25, but you deleted 341. You deleted 105 there, and you lost 101,000 views. So how many total views do you have? 23,000. I'm at 107,000. I will say though, my views aren't as engaged as yours. Although I'm really confused on how it's saying I'm earning money, but it's saying you're not earning anything. Because I haven't reached the criteria. Yeah, see, it says I'm earning when I'm not, but it's saying you're not when you should, because you're at the 500 mark. Alright. I hit my elbow. Okay, so we're okay. So the 23,000. It's just strange having something over you. What videos did you all delete? Oh, I need to change one thing real quick. Give me a second. I have to change what we have for the YouTube shorts. Believe it or not, I think one of my YouTube shorts is currently at like 5,000 for some reason, and I'm not sure why. What is that emoji? By the way, tell me if the sound's too loud. Crying emoji on YouTube. I haven't experimented enough on YouTube, I feel. I'm still new. Hold on one second. I'm currently working on a new thumbnail. Shouldn't take me long. Just gotta add a bear head to it. It's blurry. Why are you blurry? I don't want a blurry photo. That's the one bad thing about doing this is for some reason it just gets blurry, and that is always the worst. Alright, let's try this one instead. Paste. And instead we set you as the background. You're still blurry, but the name is clear. Why is the name clear? I can roll with it, cause alright, yeah, I can do that. My stuff, do I have already what I'm looking for? Nope. Why? I feel like an idiot some days. Hey, what are your thoughts on AI art? I'm actually, believe it or not, a supporter of it. I'm not a normal artist myself. I cannot draw. What I can do is give a prompt for it to spit something out, but also I'm good at three-dimensional, which was always my thing. I'm not going to hate on something simply because a computer did it. Um, However, I do think if it is only just spitting out a direct copy of someone else's art, it should not be used. So I am a fan of AI art. However, I think there needs to be originality with it, which is probably weird being said that way. Um, is just I just like using AI art. You can look at my thumbnails and see examples, um, which honestly is just because I make it all myself in a way. It's like I'm using Adobe Express. I don't have Photoshop or something huge. I have a laptop that is like 6, 7 years old. Um, but yeah, AI art I think is good as long as there's originality. Oh, I meant okay. Hold on, I gotta keep changing stuff. I'm sorry. Okay, let me. Audio. All right. Currently playing TF2. All right. In case you are wondering what I'm doing, I'm updating something. Cause what? Hold on. Okay, so we were doing college work. What we're now doing is probably about to play some TF2 because I've never streamed it before. I'm going to do it off the phone. Might look bad. I apologize now. Um, Also, I'm going to keep an eye on the chat. If y'all have questions, ask. I'll answer. Um, Not all my streams will end up this way. I promise. Let me. There we are. It doesn't look good, but hopefully we can find a game. And hopefully it actually works tonight. Actually, if I move you out here, raise this, lower just a little. Does it look decent? I know my quality is basically god awful. I'm having to deal with the delay of the camera, which I might sound too loud. If so, just tell me. Alrighty. Hopefully it's still loading. For some reason, the very first game always takes like half an hour to load into, and then the rest of the time it's like instantly you're around to a game. Which I will say, my stats are awful. Although my most time is on Demo Man, which is why I put my little bear guy right on Demo Man on the thumbnail. Bye, Dragon. Have a good night. I know it's late. Which, Dragon, you're the #1 fan now on the leaderboard with 150 XP. Not sure exactly how that works, but it's pretty cool. There we are. Something does not sound right. It is running at like 4 FPS. Uh-oh. What is my... It says I have full bars. No idea why. Ah, it's so laggy. What the? Okay. Well, okay, there we are. Nope, not about to take that from one of my teammates that can probably do better than I can. Why? Connection problem. How do I fix a connection problem? Oh, that's wonderful. I found out what the issue was. Hey, so, in case you're wondering, I don't know why this just happened, but my Wi-Fi just died. Okay, since that happened, I'm just going to call it here, y'all. That's wonderful. Hold on. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and end the live stream, y'all. Bye. Have a good one. Y'all be safe.